Hi everybody, Miss Cole here again for another special story time. Today's is called The Seven Princesses and it's by an author whose name I hope I'm pronouncing correctly, Smiljana Co. It's a very special book. Here we go. Once upon a colorful kingdom, there lived a king, a queen, and their 7 spectacular princesses. Here's Aurelia, Hazel, Indigo, Violet, Azura, Amaryllis, and Rosamond. Each princess was kind-hearted, quick-witted, highly skilled, but they could not have been any more different. Rosamond loved math and building. Aurelia loved instruments and music. Amaryllis loved fashion, design, and sewing. Hazel loved gardening. Indigo loved swimming. Azura loved animals. And Violet loved drawing, painting, collaging, sculpture, and, well, basically anything that involved the arts. The 7 princesses did everything together. There was no better sound in the kingdom than the sound of the princesses laughing and playing. But they didn't always laugh and play together. Sometimes they had terrible fights. One day, they had the biggest fight in the entire history of princesses fighting. There was no worse sound in the kingdom than the sound of this fight. I can only imagine. Look how angry they are. Aurelia insisted that Amaryllis got sequins inside of her trombone. Rosamond said that Aurelia's music was much too loud. Azura shrieked because Indigo had been swimming in her swan pond. Hazel shouted because Azura let her pot-bellied pigs dig up her turnips. Amaryllis demanded Hazel stop cooking stinky Brussels sprouts. Indigo lost it because Violet's paints were taking up way too much space. Violet painted a less than flattering portrait of all of the sisters fighting. Oh. All of that fight. I can only imagine. 7 sisters fighting. That would be the worst sound in the kingdom. Rosamond never wanted to see her sisters again. Aurelia never wanted to hear her sisters again. Amaryllis wanted different sisters. That's probably how I would feel. Hazel wished she had just stayed in her garden. Azura wished that she had just her animals. Indigo wished that she could swim away, and Violet wished that she was alone. So each princess had her own tower built. It's not nearly as colorful as it was in the beginning. It's very gray. It's kind of sad. And each princess stayed in her tower by herself. At first, it was just fine, but after a while, something had to change. The princesses started to forget all of the fun and not so much fun that they had shared together. Once it had seemed that there was no worse sound in the kingdom than hearing the princesses fight, but it turned out there was a worse sound. The silence was so much worse. The silence lasted and lasted. It lasted right up until one extra gray day when Violet found an old picture. The picture made Violet remember all of the spectacular times that the sisters had spent doing everything together. she had an idea. Violet folded the picture into a paper plane and flew it right into her sister Indigo's tower. I wonder what her idea was. When Indigo got the picture, she remembered the time that the sisters laughed so hard that they split their seams and got cheek cramps. She felt so happy inside that she quickly sent the picture to Azura. When Azura got the picture, she remembered how the sisters used to jump in the royal leaf piles until sunset. And that made her so excited that she passed the picture on to Hazel as fast as she could. And when Hazel got the picture, she remembered the play they performed when they got all dressed up as the 7 dwarfs. This made her laugh like she hadn't in years. She had to send the picture to Amaryllis right away. And when Amaryllis got the picture, she remembered horseback riding on the beach with her sisters, splashing in the sea, and that made her heart pound so hard she wanted to share the picture with Aurelia at once. And they're all starting to get so excited to talk to each other again. When Aurelia got the picture, she remembered the legendary piñata party that she and her sisters had thrown. She was so over the moon happy that she had to get the picture to Rosamond pronto. And when Rosamond got the picture, she remembered how once, when the sisters were little, they connected all their block towers together. And this gave her an idea. Rosamond quickly got to work building swirly slides, twisty tunnels, colorful catwalks, bejeweled bridges, so the princesses would never be separated again. What a great idea. Bring them all back together. Finally, the 7 princesses were reconnected. They laughed and played, rejoiced and remembered, together in harmony. And once again, it was the best sound in the whole colorful kingdom. It's like the sound in our classroom sometimes when we get everybody laughing. That's how it makes me feel. That night, Rosamond gave Aurelia a royal karaoke machine, and they turned the volume all the way up. Aurelia glued sparkling sequins all over her oboe on purpose. Amaryllis ate all of her Brussels sprouts for dinner. Then she asked for seconds. Hazel made a special spot in her majestic garden just for Azura's pot-bellied pigs. They're all making room in their special talents for their sisters, too. Azura had a statue of Indigo built in her swan pond. Indigo made a less than flattering faces on purpose, which made Violet laugh and laugh. And Violet hung up the picture that had brought the 7 princesses back together. The one that got turned into that paper airplane. Such a good story. Which, that picture, hangs in the castle to this very day. And look how colorful it got again, now that the sisters are happy and back together. The end. Well, I hope to see you soon for another story time. Looking forward to hearing from you all. Bye.